Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Tips. My name is Toby.
My name is Heidi.
And we are going to talk about if you have $100, what cryptos should you buy?
And there's definitely two different types of people who fall into this category. The first one being the people who are just scraping by and you finally have $100 worth that you've had your eye on the crypto space for a while, and now you're finally in a position to invest. By the way, Toby and I can easily empathize with the situation. We lived that life for many years. So yeah, basically, you know, if this $100 didn't come to you easily, we think that you should respect that. And by putting that money into a cryptocurrency that is widely respected, widely accepted, very secure, in our opinion, the most trustworthy cryptocurrency to invest in, and that is Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Shocker.
I mean, it is the hardest money on the face of the planet in the history of the world.
Yeah.
And it's not going anywhere. And billions of people are going to eventually be into Bitcoin. Why would you go ahead and, you know, with that $100, like if I had $100 I definitely wouldn't just go on some crazy spree on some
trying to make shortcuts, trying to take on more risk than you can afford.
Exactly.
And especially if you know you've been scraping by for this $100, maybe you're not very seasoned investing in your money. And so Bitcoin also is an excellent option because you can just buy it and let it sit for years on end. You don't have to trade it, buy it here, sell it there, buy it back again to try to scrape away profits. You know, historically, if you hold Bitcoin for at least 4 to 5 years, you are going to make profits. Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're in the position of that, we will get into the other position of like, if you have a spare $100, what should you do? But really quickly, if you're in the position of where you are scraping by, you know, there's no point of blowing it away on like risking it that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you can, if you want, you can go into the next couple categories down, but I would, like, if I was in that position, there's just no point of risking it too much because we know where Bitcoin is headed. We know that it's going to be a hedge against inflation. It's going to keep up with, you know, the central bank printing, and it is going to attract the entire world. Yeah. So let's get into the second type of person. So the second type of person is the person that you know, has an extra $100 and they want to spend it the wisest way possible in the crypto space.
Yeah. So maybe like this $100 is much more easy for them to recoup if they were to lose it, meaning they have more room to take on risk, because risk does mean potential for more rewards. But even more importantly, it means that the risk is that you will lose all of that money. So please keep in mind when we're talking about these coins. But yeah, so basically, if $100 is more easily for you to come by and you finally are, you know, okay, fine, you're going to invest in this crypto thing. There's some ideas here. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, the first one would probably be Cardano. So the reason why I would pick Cardano is because it's, you can stake it with pretty much nothing. You don't even have to have a full Cardano to stake it. And it's really fast. It's really cheap. Mm-hmm. So it's not like if, say for instance, you had on $100 and you wanted to buy Ethereum. Well, my goodness, the fees would cut in like, you know, it could cut in half or the whole thing. You never know what time of day it is.
Yeah, sorry. For those of you who are wondering, well, why aren't you saying half Bitcoin, half Ethereum? Because at this point in the bull run, I know we've made a few of these videos in like the past 6 months. We made one, but talking about Ethereum, but now it's no joke. The transaction fees on Ethereum are very expensive. And for the people who only have $100 to work with, that will eat away basically your entire investment. So.
Yeah, I actually had I took a screenshot of it. I had a transaction fee of, it said $95,000.
We did not pay it.
I did not pay it. And for something that wasn't even like an ETH, it was like 0.4 ETH, and it was an NFT, and it was $95,000. Like, That's ridiculous. So anyways,
It is ridiculous.
okay, so it would be Cardano, and then so I'd put half of it in Cardano, and then you can stake it, and then half of it in Solana. I think Solana is competing with ETH. So check this out. Solana is competing with ETH. And it's cheap. It's incredibly fast. It's one of the fastest blockchains out there. And
the more people who are confronted with those crazy high transaction fees, the more people are going to look for other options like Cardano and Solana, Polkadot, and Avalanche.
Well, yeah,
we'll get into that one later.
Avalanche
But
is a lot more. It's not as fast and cheap as it is on Solana. If you're buying Solana, you're participating in the smart contract DeFi ecosystem in a major way. Yeah. It's not just one little coin out there. Big money is investing in Solana, and you can get in for fractions of a penny, like with the transaction fees. I think you can do with $10, you can do 1 million transactions. Like, hey, sweet, that's perfect for you guys. For if you got $100, and then you can stake it. And then if you like got enough on your staking, you can go ahead and buy Polis or Atlas or Radium, on radium.io and go ahead and fuse your staking and make even more coins on top of that. And that's how you build your wealth like that. That's really exciting stuff. Yeah.
So basically, so Cardano and Solana are definitely high up on our list as well because of they're cheap to transact with, a lot of potential, a lot of liquidity, which Toby's always referencing for those big money coming in. They look for high liquidity and also their ease of staking. Cardano has 0 lockup period. Their only waiting period there is like roughly a 2-week span from when you begin staking until you start seeing your staking rewards. Solana has basically like a 3-day waiting period to be able to withdraw your coins from that. But each of those are very easy to get passive income as well. So if if you have $100, it's not easy to come by. Bitcoin is always an amazing option. Cardano and Solana are very much runners up in that scenario, and especially for establishing a passive income. I think if you're someone who $100 is easy to come by, and you're finally convinced to get into crypto, I think earning passive income in this way is an easy way to help you become more intrigued with what else this crypto space has to offer in terms of profits.
Yeah, and especially like if you're having a hard time getting $100, if you hold it for over 4 years, typically you're going to make money. Like historically, you've killed it. So, you could 10x your money within 4 years, 5 years. So, I mean, that's great. Say, for instance, it takes you a full year to go ahead and save up $100, which is majority of the world. That's what would happen. Yeah. So if you're one of those people, then that's awesome. You have a really good opportunity to go ahead and actually be your own bank. You can keep the seed phrase or whatever in your head, and nobody can steal it from you if you don't have a lot of security where you live, and go for it that way and make great money for the future, and your kids and your wife or whatever or husband is going to be very happy.
If you're wondering what the heck he's talking about, a seed phrase, feel free to check out all of the videos available to you on this channel, having to do with wallets, hardware wallets, etc. Really valuable information for you to learn how to store your crypto safely.
So that's all we have today. You guys stay disobedient, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.